Hey, what's up guys? James Mullins here and welcome to the next lesson. Alright, in this lesson we're going to be talking about messenger bot terminology. So what I mean by this is I want to explain to you a few different things and a few different words that are going to help you to further understand the later lessons when we start talking about different things. Okay, so number one on the list is filters. So as you can see here, filters are located in the audience tab, and what they allow you to do is they allow you to filter your subscribers depending on certain attributes and certain conditions. So let's just say you had somebody who was living in the United Kingdom and someone who was living in the United States, and you only wanted to send a message to people in the United States, then you can do that using filters. Okay, the next one is audience avatars. Now, of course, when you have a subscriber, their picture is going to show up. But if you don't have a subscriber and they've just interacted with you, then what's going to happen is it's going to come up with unknown, and there's going to be no picture, no name, no gender, no status, and it's not going to tell you that they've subscribed until they obviously press a button and interact with you. Okay, number three is tags. Now, tags is very similar and they work with filters as well. So as you can see there, we've got certain tags for marketing agencies, for businesses, with our marketing agency, where we ask them questions, what is your marketing budget? Is it 5,000, 2,000, 1,000 or 500? And we've tagged them based on their answers. Next, we've got widgets. Now, widgets are basically, when you're using growth tools and things like that, whether it's a reference growth tool, whether you're just using live chat growth tools or messenger codes, which we're going to get into a little bit later on. And obviously widgets help you to see which subscribers have been subscribed to which widgets. Okay, so as we mentioned in filters, the next thing is conditions. And obviously conditions you can apply to the filter to get a certain, subscriber, a certain group of subscribers using tags, widgets, and any other things like gender, where they are, and location, things like that. Okay, so going into more detail on widgets, this is what they are. So we've obviously got overlay widgets, embeddable widgets, and other types of growth tools. The widgets being things that you can put onto your website, landing pages, things like this, so that you can gain ManyChat subscribers. Then, of course, we've got embeddable widgets. So this means that if you want to, create the button and you want to have that put into your website, and the same with the box, then you're able to do that using the embeddable widgets. Okay, so just to mention the Modal growth tool as well, just because of the word, it's not a word very frequently used. That basically allows you to put a box in the middle. It pops up on exit intents and things like that. Again, we're going to go into more detail in this later on. I just want you to be aware of the word. Facebook ads JSON. So this is literally allows you to use code so that when you use your Facebook ads, you can use specific flows and sequences in ManyChat. So if you do ever see anything like that, then be aware that it is literally for the Facebook ads. The checkbox. The reason why I wanted to put this one on here is because you might wonder what the checkbox is, what that's all about. The checkbox is literally if you have a button on your website, you can apply this to that button so that it'll get sent into Messenger. Okay, auto-posting is basically when you post something up on your social media channels, it's going to send a message to all your subscribers notifying them that there is a new message out there, or a new post out there, should I say. Then we've got the main default reply. So this literally means that when the bot doesn't recognize what somebody has said, it's going to fire a reply or a message or a sequence to somebody so that they can then go through that flow. Again, all of these we're going to go into at a later date. Keywords are basically words that trigger certain actions and certain rules that are inside your bot. So if you have somebody who says I need help, then you can have it where it opens up a live chat and such things. So if you're ever wondering what I mean by keywords, that's literally it. But we will have a lesson all on keywords later. Again, rules, very similar. They're exactly the same as keywords. When you have a keyword that pops up, the rule will fire with it. So if you can see just next to the active buttons just on the left hand side, they are the rules there. So if the message contains I need help, that is the rule, and then the action is we would send them into a live chat. Sequences are basically sequences of flows. You know, when flows are when you have messages that string together, you've got actions in there, you've got content in there, videos, anything you want to put in there. A sequence allows you to do it over a set period of days, weeks, months, whatever it is you want to do. Open rates is basically when somebody opens up your message, that will register here, and it is very common to see open rates as high as 90 to 95%. We've had some of those, which is absolutely crazy when you get open rates like that, which is exactly why you're on this course. It's because Messenger is ridiculously good for things like that. Click-through rates, so once they've opened your message, if they click on a button to go to a website or click on a button to go to your next message, that's going to pop up there. It's going to show you the click-through rate. That will naturally be a little bit lower than your open rate, unless it's exactly the same. I've not seen that with any of ours, but that would be crazy if that was the case, probably with a lower amount of people. Next, we've got custom fields. Now, custom fields, make note that these are just literally... they allow you to save the data that you gather on people. So whether it's birthday, city, customer phone number, email, whether they filled out a form, all these different things, they allow you to save those so that when you go to the audience tab on the left-hand side, you're going to be able to see exactly what kind of custom fields you've gathered from people. Okay, next we've got the card. Now this is in our flow builder / basic builder, and what it allows you to do is it allows you to put things like images and things there. You can enter titles and subtitles. You can add cards next to it so that when they press left and right, they can go through those cards. So it would be quite interesting with products, or perhaps you've got services that you want to do that way. Next we've got gallery. It's very, very similar. Gallery, basically, it allows you to, if you've got products, then you can put them all along each other. People can go through your gallery to see what they like and now obviously purchase with the new ManyChat payment feature. Next, we've got lists. Now this, of course, if you've got, you want to give a list of certain things and you want to add actions to those, then that's what you do with the lists. So it gives you more, it gives you a higher variability, if that's the right word, gives you different variables that you can use so that you can engage with your subscribers in different ways. And finally, user input. I wanted to include this one because this is a really powerful one. Of course, it's only with pro accounts. Always, I'll recommend you doing that. User input is very, very powerful, and it will allow you to gather actual messages from people so you can see what people's responses were. You can gather feedback on what your information is. You can ask them for reviews on your content, so you can change it to better suit your demographic and target audience. So it's very, very powerful right there. And finally, we've got the next step button. Now, again, we'll go into more detail in this, but when you click on this button, it basically gives you the option to put send message, perform actions, go to a flow, conditions, and A/B split testing. So it's just a little bit quicker if you want to sort of move further down a flow. If you want to start something else a little bit further down and then link it up later, you can do this, or you can click on the screen. Okay guys, so that is it for this lesson. I hope that gave you a little bit more clarity on some of the words that we'll be going through. Again, there'll be a more in-depth explanation on all of these later on. So that's been it for me guys. Thanks for watching this lesson. I'll see you in the next one.